All right, fellas, welcome to Bitch Boy Boot Camp. All right, this is gonna be a series where I help you all evolve and become better, become greater men. Because I'm not gonna lie, it's starting to get pretty sad, okay? And I get it, right? I understand that the economy that we're in is tough. The women that we're dealing with is hard. The life that we are living currently in 2025 is absolutely insane. But this is why we're going to start this series, all right? And you know what? I might actually consider making this a real foundation. I probably changed the name, okay? We're not going to call it Bitch Boy Boot Camp. I mean, maybe we can. But honestly, this is going to be the videos for a lot of the softies that I'm seeing out there, okay? And I want you to know that when I speak to you, I'm speaking with you. I'm not speaking at you. I know what it's like. Trust me. I understand what it's like to be in a more feminine frame than a masculine frame, all right? A lot of us perhaps weren't raised by men. A lot of men that I know were raised by women, and you tend to have more feminine tendencies. But that's all right, because life is going to teach you. Life is going to teach you the hardest way. And by the way, this is my actual Navy cap. So if there's any active duty watching this, please don't sue me. All right. I thought it fit. All right. I don't give a fuck. You know what? But in today's video, we're going to talk about the biggest issue I'm seeing with a lot of men. Okay. Because here's the problem. Here's what I'm noticing. A lot of men support me when the issue is on the women. A lot of men watch my videos and they only listen when I'm talking about women. When I say women do this wrong, women are the problem here, this, ABC, XYZ. But the moment I start saying that men are an issue, that's when you close your fucking ears. You stop listening. And that's why you're going to continue to struggle with women, because you need to be able to understand both. There's always two sides to a coin. There's always two sides to a story. If you just want to sit around and listen to women being the issue, if women being a problem, then sure, by all means, go ahead, do that. Go ahead, do that. That's not going to help you. That's not going to make you a better man. And that's definitely not going to get you more women. It's going to make you just ugly, bro. It's going to make you hate. You're going to have an actual feminine hatred, right? You know how women hold grudges, how women inside I can't believe it's her. That's gonna be you, bro. You're operating out of a feminine mind state, you're operating out of a feminine state of mind. Had to get that out. Sorry, English wasn't my first language, dumbass was. Now, here's the problem. When I bring up the fact that, all right, women are worse now than they have ever been before, right? When it comes to dating, I could say something like that, boom, millions of views, whatever the case, hundreds of thousands of likes, hundreds of thousands of shares, millions of views, whatever the case may be. I could say women this, women that, women this, women that, boom, it gets shared, it gets pushed out because there are a lot of bitter men out here. But the second I say, hey, you're an average guy if you don't make a lot of money. If you don't make a decent amount of money, you're an average guy. If you're not physically fit, you are an average guy. If you do not know how to communicate, speak well, have charisma, have your teeth straight, have a nice haircut most of the time, you know what I'm saying? Like if I say these things and because of this, you are an average guy and you will struggle with women and you get upset, brother, you are a bitch. You are soft. You are soft, because the only reason you would get upset about that is if you know deep down inside that everything I'm saying is true. The only people who get upset when they are called broke are broke people. Do you think if I walk up to Elon Musk right now, Jeff Bezos, any multimillionaire, whatever the case, even a decent six-figure earner, if I walk up to them and say, "Hey, you're broke," you think they're gonna care? They're gonna laugh because they know it's not true. So the only people that get upset when I say these things make an average man average are average men. Those are the only people that get angry. If you cannot dissect these issues, if you cannot understand that you fall into these categories, that you are this category of man, this category of man, this category of man, and they all fall below the standard of average, if you cannot accept that, then you will forever be the problem. I can sit and I can talk about women all day long. I can say women are this, women are that, women are this. But if you as a man can actually sit and self-reflect on the issues that you have, that you're the problem as well. If you cannot accept it, you are the problem as well, my dog. I'm gonna put it like this. I'm going to make dating easier for every single man on this planet. So take notes, listen closely. If you make less than 70 grand a year, stay single. If you have less than a 700 credit score, stay single. If you cannot do 30 push-ups consecutively, meaning back to back, and 12 pull-ups consecutively, back to back, you do not meet the fitness standard in America. If you are obese, you should be single. That's me. I feel like big people shouldn't be in a relationship. I feel like big people shouldn't be in a relationship. Because here's the thing, right? If you make less than 70 grand a year, mind you, when I first got hired for my last gig, right? For my last job, I got hired back in 2023, 24, 23. Let's go with 23. In 2023, I got hired to a construction gig at a management level, project engineer, if you know anything about it, project engineer. They started me off at $75,000 a year. I'm in Dallas, Texas, might I add. They started me off at $75,000 a year, and I was still living check to check. Me, 75,000, and I'm still living check to check. One of my entire checks, it went to rent. And then I still had all of my other liabilities that I had to take care of, all of my other bills. And then you're telling me that if you make less than that, you are capable of paying your bills, paying for your lifestyle, taking care of yourself, the essentials, and you still have enough money to go out and court a woman properly, consistently? I'm telling you, you don't. You don't, brother. You don't. So I'm letting you know that if you do not make a certain amount, that the issues that you run into with women it will be difficult to handle. It will be difficult to navigate through that, because women are resource takers. They are. It's not a bad thing. It's how they are genetically created. They are resource takers, right? They see a man and they analyze. They say, okay, these are all the resources he have. Okay, he has enough resources for me to want to bear his children. He has enough resources for me to want to stay with him forever, or whatever the case may be, forever, right? That's how women think. So if you don't have one of these elements, any of these elements, then you're doomed. She's going to look at you and say, oh, he looks like the kind of man that can protect me in dangerous situations. Oh, he looks like he is financially stable and he can take care of me financially. Oh, he's intelligent. He knows how to speak well. He knows how to communicate. He seems like the kind of person who can take care of me emotionally. If you do not have these things in check, I can't be the liaison for you. I can't be the reason why you sit and claim that women are the issue if you don't have these problems in check. You have to be able to say, I have everything in check and I'm still having issues with a woman. Then and only then can we chat. Then and only then can we agree on something. Because now I know for a fact, if you were to contact me right now and you say, hey, Tim, man, you know what, man, I'm bringing in about 85K a year, 90 on a good year. I got a 720 credit score. I got a nice house, nice car, da 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 da. And, you know, I'm still having issues with the women that I'm bringing into my life. Then we can speak, because now I know a lot more. I know that the women you are attracting, you're probably finding women in the wrong areas. You're looking in the wrong spaces and you're navigating it incorrectly. You're probably leading with money instead of with game, instead of with a little, you know what I'm saying? A little razzle, a little dazzle. If you have to lead with money in order to acquire a woman, then that is not the woman for you. I'm going to just say that right here, right now. If you have to lead with your money, then that is not the woman for you. If you have to spend a ridiculous amount of money in order to get her attention, stop it, brother. You're cooked. Now, granted, I will say this though. There's levels to this. There are levels to this, because you have to understand that certain women, right, especially when coming from a wealthier family, right, they're going to expect a certain type of treatment. Okay. Now, if you got some hood ratchet, you know what I'm saying, from the trenches, dirtball telling you got to take her to telling her she not accepting anything less than Ruth Chris, or, you know what I'm saying, Benny Hanna's. She's already cooked, brother. She's doomed. You know what she's good for. But there are levels to it, and there you will, as you grow in life, you will start to run into women that expect a certain type of man because it's just the level that they are, right? It's the level that they have been acquired to, that they are accustomed to. All right. Now, this isn't going to be every woman. You have to be able to analyze that woman and understand that. I'll say this. I'll give a little story. Not too long ago, I was dealing with an older woman who was into real estate. And, you know, I realized quickly, I'm like, yo, she's a bread getter. Like, she makes money. You know what I'm saying? She's doing it. So I already knew from the jump, before I even asked her out, I knew that I was going to have to perform at a certain level, especially when it came to, you know, financials. I knew that I was going to have to perform at a certain level. Okay. So don't, my best advice to you, for all the fellas out there, my best advice to you right here, right now, is date within your tax bracket. Date within your tax bracket. And if you are dating women within your tax bracket and they're expecting you to operate with, you know, outside of your tax bracket, then just leave that girl alone, bro. She's doomed. She's cooked up here, and there's nothing you can do about that. But you best believe that there are a lot of good women out there who will accept you for just the way you are, who will help you build, who will help you become better. It's just not the majority. It's not the majority. It's not the majority. So you're encountering these women that are cooked, bro. But I guarantee you, or I promise you, there are a lot of women out there who are still very submissive, who are, in a sense, traditional, right? There's a lot of women who walk the line. You know what I'm saying? They walk the line. They like, well, you know, I'm a girl's girl, but, and, you know, sometimes I want to, you know, wear a dress and be, you know, doors open for me. Yeah, but, you know, I kind of understand what she's saying. You know, they kind of walk that line. And that's usually what most women are. I've come to realize that a lot of women aren't leaning too left or too right. They're kind of just walking that line. Anyway, let's get back to the main subject here. Let's get back to the main topic. Bitch Boy Bootcamp, episode 1. You cannot sit and agree with everything I say when I am talking about the issues with women if you cannot agree with the same things that I say when it comes to the issues with men. You cannot. You are a loser if you think that way. You are pathetic if you think that only one side is the problem. That is never the case. That's never the case. Never. No matter what we're talking about, whether it's friendships, family, relationships, whether we're talking about war, economics, there's always two sides. Two things can be true at once. Yes, she may be unpleasant. Yes, she may be unfamiliar with reality. Yes, she may have unrealistic expectations. Yes, in the same token, in the same truth, you could also be just not a man. You can also be very, very feminine. You cannot know how to lead. Do you even know how to fix a car? Do you know how to do the basic mechanics of fixing a car? Like, do you know how to do that? Do you know how to communicate properly when a woman inevitably gets in her feelings? Do you know how to handle that? Like there's so many things that you could just push on a woman and say, oh yeah, they're the problem. But I promise you, if I dissect you, I can easily come to a conclusion on whether or not you even need to be in a relationship. A lot of people just don't need to be in relationships because they are not fully developed. They are cooked. We are cooked. We grew up in the age of technology. I think a lot of us are doomed. Like, mentally, we're doomed. But anyway, here's what I want for episode 1 of Bitch Boy Bootcamp. Here's what I want you all to understand. All right. You have to be able to look in the mirror and tell yourself that you are lacking in certain characteristics. You are lacking in attributes. You have to be able to look in the mirror and say, I am not good at making money. I have a horrible credit score. I have a horrible lifestyle. I have a bad diet. You have to be able to dissect yourself, because if you cannot, you will never be great and you will forever struggle with women. You will. You will. You will. Do you even know how to maintain eye contact when having a conversation? Like, I can go on and on, but you will continuously struggle, my brother. You will. And you sit and you think that women are the problem. Women are going to be what women are always being. God damn it, I lost myself. Like I said, English wasn't my first language. Women are always going to do what women are going to do. Hypergamy will always be a thing. Women are always gonna want the best option. It's just the way it is. So you can sit and you can complain all day, go in your room, get your fucking bottle of lotion and stroke it while you sitting watching red pill content, or you can listen to what I'm saying and become one of the best options. It's just the way it is. It's what you have to do. But my name is Timothy. This is the Timothy Speaks YouTube channel, and I will catch you all in the next episode of BBB. Peace. I'm recording a video right now. You want to say something to the people?
Don't be a bitch.
Yeah, perfect. Couldn't have made you perfect. Thank you. That's how I'm ending the video. Perfect.
No way.